goal.
He's gone to McAllister. What a strike!
And Salah's wriggling in and scoring. This is Stuart Dallas.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we've got not one, not two, but three special guests on today's video. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel and I'm an Arsenal fan.
Hi guys, I'm Femi and I'm just a fan of the game. Don't support a team.
Are you serious?
Guys.
She supports Chelsea. Next.
Yeah, Richard, long life City fan.
Okay. Thank you guys for jumping on. So in today's video, obviously you've got two Arsenal fans, you've got two Chelsea fans, not like what Man City, whatever. Nah, two Chelsea fans. We're going to be reviewing the Chelsea v Arsenal game. So the score was Chelsea 0, Arsenal 1. As always, London is always, and London will always be red. So first of all,
I thought we were talking facts.
No Champions League.
This is facts. So what we'll do, we'll let the Chelsea fans go first and see what they need to say about the game.
Nah, don't do that.
I'm sitting
feel
back.
like-
Go
But
ahead.
it was a home game, so you should go first.
Feels like a
Yes.
draw.
You walk out
I
first.
just like you know when you're disappointed but not surprised. Was that something? Like realistically, Chelsea haven't performed well all season. So it was kind of like everything I was seeing, nothing new. It was a lot of player disaster classes. One person in particular, Kai Havertz, I'm sick to death of him, to be honest. There's just a lot of individual rubbish, like a lot of player disappearances on the pitch. I was saying before we started recording, I actually don't think Arsenal were that good. Like, it might sound like a cop-out type of thing, but I don't think you guys played that good. I've seen you play a lot better. I just think you were definitely the better team, but I think Chelsea were extra bad. Like, Dante, do you want to say the stats of the?
I will get up the stats.
Shots on target.
Yeah, I'll get the stats. So the stats for this game are: Chelsea had 5 shots, 1 on target. Arsenal had 14 shots, 2 on target.
See, like that's
yeah.
not, to me, that's not good. If my team played and got 14 shots in a game and 2 on target, one tells me my team weren't clinical, but 2 is like it's just not enough. Do you get what I mean? But it's just in comparison to 5 and 1, that's clearly better. So I think Arsenal, I've seen them play way better. Probably they were just like sizing up their opponent. You know, City do this thing. They only beat you with what they need to beat you. They're not going to beat you 4-0 if they don't need to beat you 4-0. So maybe today Arsenal did 2 shots on target because they only needed 2 shots on target to win. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, yeah, you guys outclassed us because you were playing like end-to-end 10 out of 10 football. It wasn't like even the goal, like that was just some honest BS from Chelsea. Like there was 4 players, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, Mendy. Who's the other one?
Cucurella.
It was Silva. 4 players that ball went through, and it was all of their fault. Cucurella was busy manhandling somebody. trying to give away a pass.
Oh, the hug. Yeah, I'll see that actually.
Yeah, there was
No,
just a lot going on that goal. It could have easily ended 0-0. It's just Chelsea being Chelsea this season. Nothing new. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just going off what Fumi said, I think from the time it became apparent that Chelsea were going to win the league, they couldn't disappoint me anymore. I think one thing with Potter, and obviously I know he's not been here for long, he didn't have pre-season stuff, but I saw a tweet that said we didn't grow up trusting the process. Like Chelsea are on a club to trust the process, and really and truly, managers don't get much time nowadays. It's either you're winning or you're not winning. And I think it's one thing to do a great coaching job at Brighton, which he did do, and I gave him a lot of credit for. But the job he's done at Chelsea hasn't been impressive at all. Constantly playing players out of position. And I think you've got some managers that are too harsh on players, and I think he covers our players too much. Like he's always talking about they gave everything and all that kind of rubbish. Now, obviously, I do not hate Havertz as much as some other Chelsea fans do. Like, I think Havertz was really good for us last season, the season before, but he's been poor for us this season. Mount's been poor for us this season as well. Mendy, when he was playing earlier in the season, wasn't the Mendy we know. Cucurella, he's not really impressed me, to be fair. So there's just been a lot of rubbish happening. And I think people try and compare this loss to saying that, oh, but we lost to Arsenal at the Bridge 2 years before, which is true. But I think those other 2 games were towards the end of the season where they were like, I won't say dead rubber games, but we didn't have that much to play for. This was an important game and the players just didn't step up for whatever reason. I won't say Arsenal put in a tactical masterclass, but they definitely did have more intent than us. And in attack, we just looked dead every single time, no matter who we played. Now, I always feel like whenever strikers come into Chelsea, they're going to struggle because we just don't have a pure creator that's going to help us. Saying that, Aubameyang cannot create anything for himself either. I never understood why we signed him in the first place. I wanted Tuni because at least...
Wait, who did you want, sorry?
I wanted Ivan Toney from
from Brentford. Okay, cool.
Yeah, from Brentford, just because I like strikers that if they're not scoring, they can offer other things. Like, he has great hold-up play, he can dribble, he can help others, bring others into the game. Like, that was a matter, which is why I appreciated Druid while he was at the club. Even Morata, that couldn't finish to save his life, he had other aspects of his game that he could do as well. Aubameyang offers nothing at all, and I mean, he might be the first Arsenal player to come to Chelsea and have no success whatsoever. So, yeah.
I think that's harsh. I think what you're saying is you like a different profile of striker. Fair enough. I always say this. I like my nines to be nines. Get in the box, tap the ball in, head the ball, do that type of thing. You can't discredit Aubameyang on not scoring chances that he's not getting. You can say you don't like his style of player, but I think a lot of the critique on him is a bit harsh, and I'm not even a fan of him.
No, to be fair, I never wanted him in the first place, but I don't think it's harsh because even when he was at Arsenal and he was scoring a bunch of goals, he did always go missing in big games regardless. So even if we do create and he was scoring a lot of goals, this was probably a game he would have gone missing anyways. But the thing is, especially in this day and age, if you were not going to have it's like Havertz last season. When Havertz was playing striker for us, Havertz has never been a clinical finisher. He's not been a goal scorer. He's never been a striker to begin with. But Havertz was able to link play from midfield to attack. He was able to dribble out of tight spaces and all that kind of stuff. Aubameyang just doesn't do that. But it's not Aubameyang slander because I do think strikers in general don't succeed at Chelsea, but he's not an answer. I'd rather just play Broja, to be fair. But all in all, I mean, it was a good win for Arsenal. Mateta jumps like they've won the league already. I had to check the table.
I hate this talk about we cannot celebrate.
Well, already, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, enjoy that win against a team that's playing Aspilicueta in 2022. Congratulations.
That's what I mean. But touching on the Aubameyang, like, serious talk. I do think like he's a person where he needs like players around him that can create for him. Because even at Arsenal, there were times where he wasn't really affecting the game. He's more of like he's more of a goal scorer for you guys, and for us as well. So like there were before like he left, we were saying, oh, he's not getting like in those sort of space and like to shoot and score and stuff. But the thing is, we were lacking creativity in those areas. So, and I think because of his like disciplinary issues, that's why Arteta just pulled the plug and said, it's time to go.
I've never been not that I've never been a fan of him. I think he worked in Arsenal at a time, but he's never been somebody that I've looked at and been like, oh my God, we need him. And I also do not like signing players that have had fallouts with managers and stuff like that.
Okay.
You don't need that in your dressing room.
Yeah, like big egos.
They can cause issues with you. So I've never been a fan. Yeah. I don't know who's looked at Aubameyang after the Lukaku signing and thought Aubameyang was the guy to sign. That never made sense to me because we went for the whole, like, Lukaku, when he was here, that was the same critique that we were giving him, is like, he's not like a Harry Kane. He's not the striker that's going to come and play for the team. He's not making his own creativity as well. He's literally standing static, stationary. Do you get what I mean? So I don't really know why they saw that we have a problem with chance creation and decided to sign Aubameyang. It doesn't make sense to me. But welcome to Chelsea Football Club.
But I do think Lukaku is a different profile to Aubameyang. Anyways, I mean, I kind of understand why we tried to sign him, but I don't know. Our talent ID is a bit poor at the moment. We signed a lot of crap.
At the moment.
Like we've gone like 2 summers where we just keep spending like 200 mil, and the attack.
Bro, this has been going on for. I think the only other team that have worse scouting and recruitment, I wouldn't say worse, but equally, how can 2 twins be so hideous? Is Chelsea and United. It's ridiculous. Every single season, spending large sums of money on flops or nonsense players. Like, it's honestly ridiculous at this point.
So yeah, I don't know. Our transfer policy, it needs to change, but then we've got an American in charge now. I mean, Liverpool has shown us, Arsenal has shown us, United has shown us. That just never really goes well with American owners. So they say tough times never last, but it's about to last. It is about to last. But yeah, Arsenal fans, what did you guys think of the game?
Okay, thank you. Chelsea.
Yeah. Listen, I enjoyed life, man. I was just listening to you.
Chelsea, it's nothing personal, as your boy Aubameyang said.
Arsenal, nothing personal.
He needs some milk.
Nothing
But
personal.
did you actually enjoy the game?
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna agree with both what you both said, Richard and Femi, right? Like, it wasn't the best game. I don't think we were playing our best, but I feel like the odds were in our favor. Because when you look at the stats and you look at shots on target, shots and possession, possession was literally like 56-44, and everything was really in close proximity. I feel like we did have problems in our final third in the first half. I feel like our midfield was absolutely electric. Xhaka and Partey, hats off to them, because they are absolutely hitting the ball where it needs to be. But I feel like in our front three, sometimes it's just like there's a problem getting the ball back into the net. And I feel like Jesus, right, he hasn't scored in 9 games now, but he's got like 3 assists. Okay, but the fans are now thinking, okay, this is supposed to be our star striker signing, what's happening? However, I feel like critically, this can happen. There can be goal drought, right? And not everyone's going to be perfect 24/7. But all in all, the game, like you said, I agree with you. I feel like it was okay. I feel like us scoring from that set piece was just like, it was fortunate. And I feel like if Gabriel didn't tap that in, it would have been Saka's, because it was curling in, and that would have been a sexy goal if that curled in. But hats off to my boy Saka, hats off to Gabriel. But I feel like, yeah, it was a good game. But yeah, it wasn't the best, but we just won. We got the 3 points because we needed to get the 3 points. You get me? And we're top of the league. But yeah, it was a decent game. But I feel like we could have done better in that final third.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I look at the stats and I see 14 shots and I see 2 on target. But then I think to myself, like, there's 5 of those shots that were off target that you think to yourself, they could easily be goals because they're probably like in around the 18-yard box. Like, I know that there's an Odegaard chance, he should have scored. The Saka chance, he should have scored. Jesus had a chance, he should have scored. That's about 3-4 goals right there. Like, Chelsea, in all, they didn't, like, Ramsdale, I don't think even made a save.
Yeah.
Like,
Where I would say you guys were best was the, like,
defensive
duels
midfield,
on
maybe.
The pitch.
Yeah,
like,
duels, yeah.
Every single ball I was seeing, you guys would be the first to the ball, or it's like the intensity is there. It just seemed like Arsenal wanted it more. I know that's a bit cliche thing to say, but it was
you could say that because we did want it more. I mean, looking at the table now, we're first.
I didn't even talk about Chelsea. Okay, sorry. I need to talk about Chelsea. However, I just want to ask you guys a question. Like, since you lot fired Tuchel, right? What do you feel like Graham Potter is doing better than Tuchel couldn't do?
By the way, before you go into anything, I think the Tuchel sacking was really harsh.
I feel so as well.
I think it was really harsh.
I think it was like 70-30, 70 harsh, 30. I could see why someone would justify him being sacked. I had this convo today with Faye, and I was like, Potter not getting results shows me that it wasn't Tuchel's fault that we were playing bad, but it 100%. Also isn't necessarily Potter's fault that we're playing bad now. It means it's a deeper issue because Chelsea play like. This is why I always like, when Man U have been playing quite bad over the years and they're moping, and I'm like, But if you look at the United side, there is quality in that.
Hey, we're not talking about United. We
No,
United to lose.
Let's land. If you look at the United side, there's quality in the team. However, Chelsea, when Chelsea play bad, when you look at their side, you look at the players and you're like, that player actually isn't good. That player actually isn't good. There's not actually quality in the team. There's just a lot of like British hack players and players that are a bit overrated. They've got an overinflated ego. So I think it's a player issue that needs a massive rebuild to fix. And with that in mind, it makes you think that Tuchel was able to win a Champions League and take us to, I can't remember how many finals he took us to in.
A lot.
Like,
FA Cup final, EFL Cup final.
With that garbage that we have in our team, he turned water into wine. He turned Rudiger from top hated to one of the best centre backs in the world.
Yeah. That's a good point.
He made Kai Havertz. He made these people. So with that in mind, that is what worries me. That's what makes me think, yeah, they got it massively wrong with that sack. Because if they wanted to back Potter, I hear it. It's a rebuild. It'll take a long process. But they could have just backed Tuchel, who already probably has a higher football IQ, managerial IQ type of thing. So that is what upsets me.
Yeah.
I think just going off what you said as well, it's just more to do with Tuchel as well. I think because, to be fair, a lot of Chelsea's problem didn't start when Potter came in. But with Tuchel, you could see at least some kind of pass in the play. There'll be some games that we lost, but we played well. Or you could say, you know what, the manager, when they're allowed to say manager coach us 6-0, but we've lost this or lost that. I think that happened many times on the Tuchel. But there's been some games that we've won under Potter, which we don't even look convincing at all. Which I said he did a great job for Brighton, but it's one thing coaching Brighton, another thing coaching Chelsea. And I think the most baffling thing to me is how you let a manager make 200 million worth of signing to not even let him integrate it.
Yeah, that's so sad.
If you're gonna sack Tuchel and bring your own man, you should have done that in the summer, and then you let Potter do what he needs to do. So it's just crazy all around the way this American has run the club so far.
Yeah, to be honest, like when I saw that Tuchel firing, I was so shocked because it was just bare random. Do you remember the lineup to what happened? Like
we had just
lost in the Champions. Just lost in Champions.
We had just lost against Dynamo Zagreb.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was saying to my dad as well, like after Aubameyang's first game, Tuchel sacked. The whole reason Aubameyang went to Chelsea is because of Tuchel.
Yeah.
And that factor's gone within a game. Like,
mate, you can't try and that's the thing. Trying to think of the reasoning behind what Chelsea
don't make no sense.
And there's even players that are injured as well. You still got like Fofana that's injured. He still needs to come back. You got like a lot. You still got a lot of players that are injured at the moment.
I do think that's a big point though. Like I don't like being that person that's like, oh, but if we had our starting 11, but if we had Reece James playing today, if we had a lot of players are out, I do think even just Reece James is probably our best player. It makes a difference. We are so much worse when we don't have our fullbacks. Because they're our only form of creativity.
You know what? Yeah, one player that I feel like stood out for me a lot today, and I feel like so many people agree with me with this, but Raheem Sterling has come from a very proven team. Like he's won titles and he's now come to Chelsea, and of course he may not have the support system that he needs to put goals into the back of the net, but I feel like he tries, and I feel like Chelsea fans don't give him his flowers, and it really annoys me because he's already come from an already proven team and he has nothing to prove to you, but he's just playing the game that he needs to play. But I feel like he did well today out of everyone.
He's a crop above the rest as well. Like it's quite clear that that's why I'm not gonna get onto players that like are trying and failing, like him, Cucurella, but at least they're trying. The rest of them are just non-existent, man.
Yeah, I think the Sterling one's a bit weird because I'm not getting wrong, he's had bad performances, but there's some players that I feel like their poor form is just down to them, and there's some players I think their poor form is down to coaching. I think Sterling might be, because when you start playing the wing back, I think you're trying to turn Sterling into a creator. He's a goal-scoring winger. You need him, someone that you can cut the ball back to, he will finish, which is why I was all for the Sterling sign. I think Sterling was the profile player we needed, but we needed the creator as well. As I mentioned before, the player I really wanted was Ousmane Dembele because if you had Sterling on one wing and you had Dembele on another wing, you've got a problem. But when you just
that would have made imagine Aubameyang, Sterling, Dembele, Mount all the way on that bench.
Yeah, I would have said
again.
I would say Sterling, Broja, and Dembele, but
I didn't even see enough of Mount today. Like I didn't even see him.
Because he disappeared.
But yeah, so I think Sterling, we just need a creator. Maybe we can go to Man City and get De Bruyne back. But Sterling trying to be Hazard for us is just not possible. Like we need him in that Salah role basically and stuff. So, but he started the season really well.
That's why I'm not panicking type of thing. It just to me it depends how much they're actually going to trust the process. If they're gonna, I'll judge it after January. That's how I'll judge Potter because I don't know how long. It's the same way when Tuchel was here. People were harshly comparing him to Klopp and Pep, which is unfair because they've been at their clubs for however many years. It's the same way. It's unfair to compare this Chelsea team to Arsenal. It's actually unfair because they've had Arteta for how long? We know what.
Yeah, we've had Arteta for like 4 years now, 4 seasons, I think.
Yeah, like this. That's a proper rebuild. We remember the way Arsenal fan TV was screaming and shouting. But everybody, well, not everybody, but bare people wanted Arteta out. Every other week there was a different thing going on.
Wait, Rachel, quick question. Hold on, Rachel, quick question. When was you Arteta out, by the way?
You know what? Last season, I was almost going mad, yeah. I think I must have said the words, but I didn't mean it. I was just saying it. Side of the back of me was trying to just hold on a little more. Hold on next season. What's going to happen? Like, I feel like towards the end of the season, I was so upset. I think for 3 days, I didn't speak. Like, I went to work.
Bro, that's depression.
Yeah, no, because when you were so close, I could taste Champions League football. I could taste it. I can't remember what game it was.
No, you lot had like 3 games where you had 3 games.
And we had like to get all the points or something like that. And then
the thing is that, sorry to cut you, the games that we wasn't expected to win, we won. Like we beat Chelsea, beat United, beat West Ham. But like the games like Palace, Brighton, Southampton, that's what cost it.
It's an Arsenal thing, man.
That's But anyway, the thing is, we've come a long way. And just to kind of end off the video, I want to ask Femi and Richard, where do you see Chelsea going now, based on the fact you're 13 points?
Isn't it 14?
No, I think it's 13. Arsenal have got 34 points and Chelsea have got 21 points. You're in 7th.
What are your next games?
Newcastle.
Home or away?
Away.
Boy.
Oh, you're getting fresh.
Yeah, and you know, even if it wasn't the season, Chelsea are quite bad at St. James. Like, that's one of our bogey stadiums.
Wait, Newcastle and where, sorry?
That's it.
Newcastle.
Oh, we have Carabao Cup. Brighton.
Yeah. And then we got...
No one gets about Carabao Cup anyways.
Wait. Newcastle's a tough game, you know. That's a very tough game. And they're good at home as well, Newcastle.
Yeah, we're really bad at St. James. So.
You know what, it might be wishful thinking where the Chelsea go from here, but the thing is, I can't see this. I think Newcastle will fall off the way Leicester did just because they don't have the experience. I think it's one thing doing something without expectations, but as the season goes on, they will start having that expectation on top. Yeah. And I think that's when they'll fall off. Tottenham are bottle jobs anyways, so I think they will. So, wishful thinking, and this is Chelsea FC, like the spirit of Drogba, 2012. I think we can make Champions League top 4. But
I genuinely don't think there's anything. I think after the last 3 games, no part of me thinks Chelsea are coming top 4. I think top 2 is between City and Arsenal. Third place is United. But then again,
United.
That's what I mean. Then again,
honest truth, at this moment in time, it's between United and Tottenham and Chelsea who comes third.
I don't think Chelsea. I think Spurs played well today, so that they do.
In the second half, they did. In the second half, they did.
Days where they can be all right, but I think Liverpool and Chelsea will be 5th and 6th. I think they'll be Newcastle, Spurs, United.
And I'm not trusting United.
Arsenal, City are top 4. One of them will jump up.
Wait,
think-
Dante, this time last season, where were we in the table?
This time last season, let me think. Because I know we was on that bad run. Like when we say bad run, we was like 14th maybe. No.
Okay, you know what?
No.
Thinking
Sorry, no, not 14th. No, because that was season before. I think it was in and around the mix, like 6th or 7th, I'd say.
Okay, you know what? I genuinely think Chelsea will make the Champions League football because of that. Yeah, I feel like you will.
No, you know,
Oh, you didn't.
it's still good.
Oh, because we're doing.
But you're saying something. Oh my god! Get out of here. Anywho,
The
No,
last
but
thing
that can
I
be
wanted
fun,
to
yeah.
say, is
yeah.
Arsenal fans, just enjoy it. Like, you lot are, unless you're 30 years old, you probably have never seen your team win anything useful in your life. This is probably the happiest moment of your life. And I'm happy for you that you lot can be happy. Like, you guys.
Are you sure about that?
You guys have.
Are you really sure about that?
Let me tell you, today was the first time in I don't know how many years that I've watched a Chelsea versus Arsenal game and I've actually cared about the result. Like all these other games, like say last season where that Fugazi game where you lot won 4-2, it's like Chelsea are like London is blue at the time. Like Chelsea, everyone knows Chelsea are the better team. This has been the first time in years where Arsenal are actually better than Chelsea. So it actually means something to lose because you beat us because you're better than us. Whereas all of these other games is like, nah, it was on the day or something happened, but Chelsea are still the better team. We're still 2 times Champions League winners. I mean, we still are.
Yeah.
But the point is there's levels to this. So just
did you just say the only London club what?
So won the Champions League.
That is incorrect. 2007, Arsenal women won Champions League.
Arsenal who?
Sorry, the only men's team.
We're talking, if you want to say about club, London club, include the
We're
women.
getting very
Okay, we're
technical
talking
here,
about
ladies and
men's.
gentlemen.
Okay.
Say men's.
We're talking about men's.
Thank you.
Don't do that.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Just because Henry Potter 2-1 to 2006. Don't start coming for us.
Okay.
How old were you in 2006, by the way?
You me?
No, Rachel.
Oh.
What?
Because
You want to know my age?
no, because she keeps saying I'm like, you don't remember that. You do not remember that.
Yep.
Okay.
I remember when Eto'o showed
She
Henry
was
up for the
definitely like
final.
So
Yep. 2-1 he had to let Messi and Eto'o carry him in 2009. Saved his legacy. But is what it is. I mean,
football is football, man.
we'll bounce back. As I said, Arteta celebrated like you guys won the league. I checked the table.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video.
The table was still close. I was thinking, are Man City like 50 points down already? The way he was like, they were hugging. The strikers doing
We
post.
do this every game.
No, it's a big win.
Atmosphere.
I see
Arsenal atmosphere is absolutely phenomenal, home and away. That is why it's like that.
No one likes
If you're not
Arsenal.
gonna celebrate,
No one likes
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
if you're not going to
You've
celebrate
been
against
to
your
Stamford Bridge,
London
yeah?
rivals away in a game that is like every game for Arsenal is a title winning match because they're
Like a cup final. Cup final.
Yeah, so if you're not going to celebrate at Chelsea winning
It's
against
a London
Chelsea,
derby,
who
man.
you going to celebrate with? So
Yeah, well done celebrating against a team that had half the team injured and us playing right back.
Okay,
But-
Dante.
You've been to Stamford Bridge, you know our atmosphere, anyways.
Bye.
So
It's a library, but yeah. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I'd like to thank Rachel. I'd like to thank Richard for me
what
being a
was
good
that?
sport.
the Black Lives Matter.
Come on, you Gunners, man. We won the game. That's...
Oh, he's doing BLM.
No, but listen, this is Chelsea Arsenal. BLM is another story. Politics, yeah, another story. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on the video, for being a great sport as well. So hopefully you can do like more videos, more like the World Cup and stuff. So yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know your thoughts on the game as well. So thank you guys, and we'll see you again soon.
Free kick is